I'm about to do my first pointe class ever, my first official pointe class.
Back in November of 2022, I made the choice to follow a dream that, to many people, made little sense.
Now I'm just getting thousands of messages telling me that I'm talentless and embarrassing. There are plenty of people out there who I can guarantee you think I have no business doing what I'm doing, but here we are.
But I was tired of letting fear control my life. I was finally ready to prove to myself that I was capable of so much more than I ever imagined as an adult beginner. And it was turning my world upside down.
Heading out for yet another rehearsal. Tonight is opening night.
I felt more confident and courageous than ever before. In fact, I foolishly believed I'd banished my fear altogether. And so I'd planned to level up my training this year. Bigger goals, more dance classes, and getting on pointe for the first time ever at 30 years old.
Tomorrow, I'm going to get my very first pair of pointe shoes. I am on my way to my first official pointe class. I'm gonna do my best to capture some of my first moments as a pointe dancer. Look at this. This is so bizarre to be putting pointe shoes in my dance bag for the first time. Oh, I'm so happy. This is crazy.
As a new chapter of my story was just beginning, I was about to see just how much fear was very much still holding the pen.
What if I can't do it? Am I ever gonna be the dancer that I want to be? Is this because I'm starting so late? Maybe my body can't do this. I'm on a mission to make this whole world of dance a better and brighter place. This is the thing about learning as an adult. You don't just get to tune everything else out right when I'm at the beginning of something so new and so special. My brain is trying so hard to tell me to just give up and that I suck. I don't want to give up. I'm not gonna give up.
Maybe I just wasn't ready for this. Maybe I just didn't think this all the way through.
I am about to attempt sewing my pointe shoes for the very first time. I have my scissors, a little lighter, my sewing kit, a pencil, and obviously my pointe shoes and my ribbon and elastics. I also have a little tutorial here from the pointe shop because I don't know how else to figure out how to sew these. Hopefully it goes well.
By measuring your elastic and your ribbons, make it pretty snug right around your ankles.
I did this first part okay, but now I want to cut the elastic so that I can work with it a little bit easier, but I'm just so anxious to do that. I only have this one little piece of elastic, and if I don't do it right, if I mess something up, it's not gonna be good, so okay. Hopefully I didn't just ruin everything. Let's proceed. This perfect pink thread, so I'm gonna use that so it'll match the pointe shoes a little better. She recommends using a whip stitch, and I'm not entirely sure exactly what that means. I kind of know how to sew, but I feel like I never really formally learned, so I'm just gonna watch a quick tutorial on how to effectively do a whip stitch.
The closer you put the whip stitches together, the stronger the seam will be.
I'm also gonna double thread it, which she recommended as well. I don't know if you can see that at all. It's so tiny, but yeah, let's give this a go.
More diligent
have one side of the elastic done. I still have to do the other side and the ribbons, and I have a whole nother shoe to do, but it's taking longer just because the walls of the shoes are quite thick, so it takes a little muscle, but I think I did it okay. I tried to sew it predominantly on the inside just so it was a bit cleaner, and I did whip stitch all around the side and then just a little bit across just so it's really secure, which I do believe it is. I would say what I'm most concerned about is actually just whether or not I left the whip stitch off properly so that it doesn't unravel. That was the part that I didn't fully understand. Anyway, I'm gonna finish this shoe, at least the elastic, but this is taking longer than anticipated, and I have a ballet class today. So I am gonna do what I can for now, but I might need to finish this up at a later date. I'm finally done sewing these, I think. So they should be all ready for my very first point class. Now I'm just concerned that I did it right because I can't really seem to find consistent tutorials that teach the same thing. It seems like there's a bunch of different methods. So this one I sewed on the outside, and then I watched a different tutorial where they explained that there's an inner layer of fabric that is separate from this outer layer of fabric, and you can kind of pull it apart and sew everything only to that layer, which is what I did for this other shoe. So you actually can't see it on the outside. So I don't know. I'm kind of freaked out. I don't know if I ruined this shoe. I think it's fine. I just don't know if I misunderstood the tutorial completely. It wasn't really that clear. But I don't know. I guess we'll find out at my first point class. But I'm just so happy that they're done. I just can't wait. They're so beautiful. Yeah, this has definitely been a journey figuring out all of this on my own. And now I just kind of have a fear that I'm gonna get to class and my teacher's gonna see how I sewed them and say, nope, they're not sewn right. You still can't dance on them. I've just been waiting weeks and weeks to be able to dance on these. There's some problem every other time I try, so I really hope that I can finally just dance on these. But anyway, I will see you in my point class. Wish me luck. Okay, this is it. I'm about to do my first point class ever. My first official point class, dancing on point. Here we go. I'm kind of nervous, but I think it's gonna be fun. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. You know I obviously need to dish about how all of that just went. I definitely have my work cut out for me. It's hard. It's definitely really, really hard. It feels super foreign right now, and I'm wondering how it's ever going to not feel foreign. I was gripping that bar for dear life. Like gripping, which is the exact opposite of what you're supposed to do in ballet. But yeah, I can't even fathom how I'm ever gonna properly dance on these. No, we'll get there with time, but right now it just feels like there's no way in hell I'm getting away from that bar for a very long time. But the biggest thing that I'm struggling with right now is not getting up onto the box, which I've heard in passing that can be difficult for some people. It's actually rolling down, because I know you have to roll down through your demi-pointe, but it just kind of feels like my foot is like slipping off the box. Yeah, that's the thing that scares me most. But yeah, we did a bar warm up, and then all the rest of the girls did center work, and I just changed into soft shoes for that, because yeah, it's gonna be a long time before I feel comfortable with that. Just curious to see how it's gonna go in the future. Is it ever gonna get more comfortable? I don't know, but I did it. And now I need to seriously relax, eat some dinner, maybe read a book, just get off of these freaking feet. Very curious to see how they're gonna feel in a few days' time. Let's just get cozy now, shall we?
For so long, my biggest fight against fear was just building the courage to start ballet. But what I was severely underestimating was the kind of fear that settles in after your journey begins.
I'm really tired, but I can't sleep. My husband's asleep in the other room, so I'm trying to be quiet. Like, I wish I was asleep right now. I have so much to do tomorrow, but I just have so many thoughts going through my head, and I just can't quiet them, and this keeps happening. I just have so many ideas, you know, like some of it is good. I'm feeling so inspired and alive, and like I finally found my purpose and my calling. But there's another part of it that I just feel this pressure sometimes to prove something, you know, to progress quickly, so that other people can see what's possible, I guess. I don't know. Sometimes I meet people in class. I love that. But then I just worry so much that I'm gonna be a disappointment if they meet me and I'm not the person or the dancer that they thought I was. I just don't want to disappoint anybody, you know. I don't want to disappoint myself. Trying to manage my dancing, sharing the journey, taking everybody along, Instagram, YouTube, the slipper edit, my clothing line, the workshops I do. Like, I have so many big ideas. I have so many things I want to do. And I feel maybe overcommitted, but I can't think of a single thing that I want to stop. My brain is going a million miles a minute, and I need sleep. I need to recover. And I'm just so mentally wired all the time. Yeah, and I just wonder if this was a good idea. Maybe I just wasn't ready for this. Maybe I just didn't think this all the way through, and I'm just worried that, you know, what if I can't do this? What if this was all a big mistake? Like, just having trouble balancing everything. I don't know what the answer is.
I just got back from ballet. It was one of those bad ballet days, and I hate labeling it like that. It's all part of the process, you know? But I just feel disappointed. Yeah, I just feel like I can't do some of the things that I know I can do. Like, I'm asking so much more of my body than I've ever asked of it before. And it sucks. Like, I'm sore all the time. I think I just like underestimated the physical element of this. And then of course there's these thoughts in my head that are like, is this because I'm starting so late, you know? Like, maybe my body can't do this. I just feel so tired sometimes. I'm not used to it, you know? I think I'm just getting overwhelmed. I really haven't been sleeping all that well. Look at my apartment. Like, everything is such a mess. This is the thing about learning as an adult. You don't just get to tune everything else out. You have to just like keep up with so many things, and I'm just like struggling. I'm just putting so much pressure on myself. I know I shouldn't be rushing the process or the journey. Like, most days I really do enjoy the journey. There just are days where it's like, okay, but I don't want to keep messing up. I know what my brain is doing. We've been here before. We've been here so many times before. I am starting something new, and it's scary. There's a long road ahead. There's a big mountain to scale in front of me. And I know that my brain is trying to tell me, stay in your comfort zone. Don't do this. Normally, ballet makes me feel so good. And then you just get that day once in a while where you come away and you're just like, man, I'm never gonna get this. I really kind of feel my inner perfectionist rearing its ugly head again, and I haven't felt this way in a while, but I just think like starting this new leg of my journey, like the point leg of my journey, it's so exciting. All of this stuff is so exciting. I hate even complaining like this. It's so freaking cringy. I want to be honest, you know? I want to be honest about, like, it's not all sunshine and roses all the time. It's hard. It's really hard. But I really think that this is all just part of the process, and days like this are normal and natural, and my brain really wants to tell me that it means I should just give everything up. You know, right when I'm at the beginning of something so new and so special, my brain is trying so hard to tell me to just give up and that I suck and that I can't do this. And I don't want to. I don't want to give up. I'm not gonna give up. Is it ever gonna feel easier? Is it ever gonna look the way that I want it to look? Am I ever gonna be the dancer that I want to be? What if I can't? What if I can't do it? I don't want to disappoint anybody if I can't do it.
But when fear tries to tell you there's no point in going on, it's time to show it exactly what the point really is.
Another point class in the books. I'm definitely feeling a lot better now. I actually came away from the bar tonight, which I wasn't really planning or expecting to do, but I just felt like I could. It was definitely a lesson in scaling it back, being careful, being gentle with myself. I really didn't want to, but I did not do a lot of things. I just took it super, super gentle. But I'm still proud of myself because I came away from the bar. I can't do too much away from the bar, but I did a couple things, so I'm proud of that.
Hi.
Hi. I've been thinking, writing, going over some of the things that I've been feeling. I'm definitely feeling better. Number one, I just need to prioritize sleep a lot more. Another thing is I'm trying to be gentle with myself and remind myself that it is okay to have days where I feel like that. It's a totally normal response for your brain to think, oh yeah, this means we need to give this up because it's too hard. But it's part of the process. Like those days when you feel like you just can't go on any longer and you're tired and you're sore, all those things are trying to tell you to stop. It doesn't mean that you should. Now that also doesn't mean that I should just do things that my body can't do and abuse it just to keep going, just for the sake of keeping going. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out that proper balance. But I will say that I'm gonna be gentle and careful with myself. I also took a really gentle restorative yoga class the other night. It was kind of an accident. Like, I went to go take a Pilates class and there was a sub who did this really beautiful gentle yoga class and I felt so much better. So much better. I got my flexibility back, my body was not tight and hurting, and that just really showed me that I have so much of this pushing energy. There is a degree of pushing that I have to do to, you know, improve myself in ballet and all of these things, but I'm forgetting that that needs to be balanced with rest and recovery and all of that, and it doesn't make me weak. It's not setting me back. It's not all of these things that my brain is trying to tell me. It's okay to relax. It's not just okay, it's vital. If anything, not allowing myself to relax is the thing that's setting me back. I'm trying to be gentler with myself because learning to be soft and gentle is its own form of strength. It's really easy to forget that, especially as dancers. You just want to go all out all the time, and your body is your channel, it's your instrument. Even thinking about music, like music that's the most compelling in my opinion is dynamic, and it has rises and falls. It's not just like going all out 100% of the time. It's not screaming at you. It's going into beautiful big crescendos and then pulling it back and being soft and quiet and getting you to lean in, and then it gives you chills when it rises again, you know? And as a dancer, we become the music, we become the expression of the music. There's so much to channel in dance and ballet. It's not just about being the best, being perfect, doing it better than everybody else. I just want to be the vessel for music. That's really what I want. Sometimes the sharing of my journey, it can just add an additional layer to all of this, but I don't want to give that up. I'm not going to give that up. I feel like it's my duty to share the things that I wish that I could have known, which wasn't originally my intention. You know, I just kind of started sharing things and all of this just sort of happened. But now I feel called to do this, and I feel like I'm on a mission, and that mission is to democratize ballet and to share the things that I wish I'd known sooner. Because if I did, I could have avoided so many of these feelings, feeling so much like I'd wasted my life and wasted my time and wasted the best dancing years that I had, and all of those thoughts that now that's my lot in life, you know, that's what I have to struggle with. And I don't regret that. I really don't regret that anymore, because it's exactly what makes me empathetic. It's just my story. It's just my journey. But because of that, I feel like I need to help, and I want to help, and I hope that I am helping. So yeah, I mean, there's days when I want to run and hide, but I don't want to stop sharing. I don't want to stop sharing as long as it can be helpful. I'm on a mission to see the changes that I want to see, to make this whole world of dance a better and brighter place and make space for us. You know, there's nothing wrong with the staunch traditionalists. I get it. But I just want to see space for us too. And that is the through line of everything that I'm trying to do now. So even when I get these days where it feels like more of a struggle, I remember why I'm doing this. I just keep coming back to why I'm doing this. And I know my purpose. I know my mission. And I want that for every person on this planet, and especially my fellow dancers.